So if you allow yourself to become a good-for-nothing, lazy, alcoholic, fucking work-shy scumbag, then you're going to get leaders who represent that, who reflect that, and say, aye, just sit in, aye, fucking do nothing, there's some benefits, aye, just slouch about. And then basically they go and cream what they can with your more gullible young. Yeah? It's a tragedy sending poor boys to fight wars to make a billionaire a trillionaire. But having said that, the average person who would fight in a war is so fucking stupid. Maybe we should be throwing them in front of cannons. Yeah? But I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Goofy southern fucks don't really want vital young men who can fight like fuck in the same country as them. Yeah? Go you out to the Middle East and fight guys with turbans on. Yeah? And nick their shit. So Americans have got guns. And these people around me have got dugs. Right, well, let's all fucking go to the positions of power and just fucking cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Yeah? We don't actually have to kill anybody, but cutting their balls off would be a bonus. Which reminds me, I want somebody to go into business with me, they put up the money, and I'll put up the fucking idea. The idea is the nut house. Yeah? If there's any guys out there having fucking weird, perverse thoughts about children, they come to the nut house and we cut their fucking nuts off. Yeah? Cut their fucking nuts off in the nut house. It can be like a giant kennel on roller skates. You just wheel it from fucking city to city. I'm having crazy thoughts about shagging dogs. Come to the nut house, right? Just cut their fucking balls off and set them free. They'd skip out the fucking door within 6 months to become a pillar of the establishment. Yeah? We should though, shouldn't we? We should have a nut house in every fucking city centre. Just come in and say, I'm having weird thoughts about my granny. Nuts off, balls off, right? We could have like a heroic guy in there with a pair of rusty secateurs called Bozaf, you know? A big giant Polish guy. Bozaf. So, anybody who wants to throw money at that one, let me know. Yeah? The nut house. Giant kennel on wheels. For people, for males who are going about funny in the heat. If you get your nuts cut off, you no longer have fucking bad ideas. You no longer have these fucking crazy notions. Yeah? You become a pillar of the establishment. 6 months later, they just cut my balls off and just sent me away with a pamphlet and I've not been right since and I keep wanting chocolate. Sent away with a pamphlet. On it, it gives you every fucking detail under the sun, plus you found the nut house. Right, so you can probably find them again. See, I'm standing up for it already. They're already trying to destroy the nut house. It's fucking crazy. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. This is an open-air asylum. This spaceship has no fucking roof. We're hurtling into a fucking void being led by goofy southern fucks. Right? With fucking hockey sticks for teeth. Balls off. Yeah? But the thing is, they would tell you that I'm the nutter. Yeah? They would try and get me to go to the nut house. Yeah? They're the fucking nutters. It's the honest, decent, good people like Socrates, Jesus, John the Baptist, Gandhi, John Lennon, all these wonderful good people who are murdered for simply being honest and being brave enough to live next to the poor. Yeah? Even though the poor are volatile, monstrous people who are more easily led by evil than good. Yeah? So, needless to say, after Jesus gave all his gifts, after they received all his gifts, then they nailed him to a fucking tree. Yeah? After Socrates gave of his wisdom for decades, then they fucking forced him to drink poison. So, the long and the short of it is, after enjoying over a decade of John Lennon's music, then they shot him through the throat. After Martin Luther King had led people out of that crazy despotic state of affairs, then they shot him through the chest. You know, if I was Berserk Obama, right? If I was in the shite house right now, I would change the White House to the Black House. That's what I would call it, right? And then I would seriously kick ass and take fucking names. If you're the ruler of the entire fucking world, which essentially he could be if he wanted, right? I'd get into that big fucking aeroplane, and anyone that was causing any bother, right? Anybody who wasn't helping poor people, children, vulnerable old people, vulnerable people in general, people who weren't treating people fairly, giving them a fair share. I'd get into that fucking Air Force One, I would fly over, and literally, I'd be dropping my trousers as I came through their fucking door, and I'd be bitch slapping them. Well, guns were held to their head and I was face fucking them. Say my fucking name, fool! Yeah? That's what Berserk Obama should be doing. He should go around the world fucking terrifying bad people. Yeah? Instead of being a terrifying bad person. Yeah? I'd be wandering into people's fucking houses in the middle of the night and just shagging them. You know? Say my fucking name, bitch! You know? Why doesn't he do it? He's got giant fucking aircraft that are like something out of a cartoon. They're fucking so scary and immensely horrifying. Yeah? And the thing is, we don't actually have to throw poor boys in front of these trillionaires' wishes. These trillionaires' cannons. They fucking armed the guys with the turbans on. Right? And then they throw your sons in front of the cannons they gave the other guys whose shit they want to steal. Yeah? But the thing is this, they don't need to. We've got remote controlled cars and remote controlled fucking aeroplanes. If we have to blow people up, why can't we just put a fucking hand grenade strapped to a fucking remote controlled aeroplane? I mean, kids these days are very handy with a joypad, you know. In my days it were a fucking joystick. They were the days. And now is this. So we could just, you know, like, remote control them. So why are we still throwing them in front of cannons that we've given these poor people whom we're still stealing from? Because we're running out of resources, because we're too stupid to focus on plasma. We focus on plasma fucking tellies. Yeah, sad as fuck. So, there's no such thing as scarcity, really. It's just lack of motivation and lack of talent amongst those who are oppressing you. Because they're still using fucking ideas that are thousands of years old. That's why they're throwing trillions at it. You have to throw trillions at a fucking boring, shite idea invented thousands of years ago by people with nappies wrapped around their head. Sold. The thing is this, right? So, anyone who comes along with a new idea and says,
here, we maybe don't actually have to fucking live this way. We could maybe actually live a different way. Oh, what are you fucking doing? Octopus!
Yeah? John the Baptist standing in the river. Standing in the river in Jordan somewhere, you know, enjoying himself, saying, ha ha, fuck all these people, ha ha, yeah, come on, we'll just get fucking stoned and dance about and sing, yeah. Next thing he's getting, fuck, what's going on here, you fuck, yeah. John Lennon saying, maybe if I just sing songs, I could fucking take over the entire world with peace and love. What did... I used to be in the Beatles. You know, anyway, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how wonderful you are, in plain view, the Kennedys, in plain view, murdered, live on television, you know, it's fucking, no matter who the fuck you are, even if you are the president, say my fuck, you know. So, it's survival of the shittest. Our species has evolved, and that was the next phase. It used to be survival of the fittest, now it's survival of the shittest. Yeah? What about survival of goodness? What about morality? What about being led by goodness, morality, decency, integrity, love, respect, depth? To name but a few concepts that rarely get a mention. Yeah? Why? Why do they rarely get a mention? On the news every night, it's war. We're all still pretending that war isn't a terrible indictment on our species. We still behave exactly like those germs on those ice cave walls did. When you put two different types of germ into a petri dish, as soon as they meet, they fucking start killing each other. Survival of the shittest. You look at kindness. Kindness is very often mistaken for weakness, right? And in the animal kingdom, weakness is murdered. So if you're kind, you're more likely to be murdered by an animal, yeah? So these people, these trillionaires with their fucking shite ideas, they're standing in the way of this species' societal evolution, our moral awakening. That's why they're spending trillions of on your brains, to keep them blind, dumb, and in the dark, and stupefied. Yeah? Eating chips and listening to dogs go, woof, 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 woof. I'm gonna kill him to prove I'm right. Yeah? It's dreadful. I'm not saying the average person can sort things out themselves, but they can empower good people to sort things out. Yeah? Brave people. Christ-like people.
Not again. No again!
Anyway, the thing is this. Empower good people. Your life isn't a futile farce or a joke. You genuinely can empower good people. You can give them your money, this filthy token of your fascist oppression that you would fight to the death to defend. How hard does your face need to be pushed into the ground by the jackboot of a fucking Nazi before you wake up to the fact it's all bullshit? It's all bullshit. They spend their trillions on bullshit. I cannot put it more succinctly than that. Yeah? You eat bullshit. You swallow bullshit. You talk bullshit. Your life is bullshit. And then it just goes down the drain and doesn't even make the local free paper's obituary in bold. Yeah? My Davids are gone. My Davids are gone. My Davids are gone. Kids I went to school with are dead. Now, no one gives a fuck. They're just dead. They're gone. We have this illusion of coziness that we're allowed to think. But the reality is, we could all be snuffed out in a fucking heartbeat. So with the one and only lives that could be taken from us by the universe, by the earth, which I once heard that our species was just the earth's way of making plastic for itself. I'll just produce these wee fucking germs. I'm hanging about in that fucking ice cake. Yeah, I'll just get them out and they'll make the plastic for me. Oh, I fucking love plastic. You know, just knocks us to fuck. Replaces us with elephants made of ice. Here, my mammoths are gone, my mammoths are gone. It's no coincidence that the rise of man equated to the death of the mammoth. Yeah, it's a tragedy that, isn't it? I'd have loved to live in fucking ice floes in the tundra with fucking woolly elephants riding them about. Hey, my mammoths are gone. I can't do that now. This species is so fucking stupid. When it sees a happy elephant, it fucking kills it. What chance have I got? Jesus had long hair. Look what they fucking did to him. Yeah? My mammoths are gone. Yeah? I want a fucking hairy elephant. Would it be a few? I'm not joking. So, I'm quietly grateful for common females. Quietly grateful, yeah. Otherwise I'd still be a virgin in my 40s. Is that how old you are? Your beauty, that makes me feel egocentrically proud. Doesn't it? Wait and see a psychiatrist then, you wee dick. Suddenly chill. Anyway, the thing is this. Right? So I'm quietly grateful for sluts. Yeah. But then again, if they weren't encouraged to be sluts by society, everything would be better and I would have fucking probably had a life before now, yeah? Met Miss Right in a really good way where I was doing something profoundly good by society. But I do it privately. No you don't. You're obviously a very public man. I know. But I've been doing it in private for decades though. Yeah, I am quite literally Matalan man. Matalan man, here it comes. His trousers don't fit. Matalan man, here it comes. He's a fucking knockout, by the way. Matalan man, he's fucking where it's at. Matalan man, he's fucking knockout. Matalan man, he's... Should be fucking sponsored by they cunts, man. Yeah, £4 for a pair of jeans, you can't knock it. It's either that or let children die. Look at these wonderful jeans, they make my arse look wonderful. As they're burying children behind my arse print, you know? Behind the shadow of my arse. It's a new book, innit? I could write that book. Behind the Shadow of My Arse. By James Cromberry. If it was a black lesbian with no legs, right? And 3 adopted kids. And a militant lover who wore a moustache and had a fucking unibrow. I could get away with that title. I'd win the fucking prizes. The important special prizes voted for by what Billy Connolly calls self-appointed fuckwits. Yeah? So, you know what you've got to fucking do. You fucking idiots. Right? So, do it. Yeah? You might disgust me, but you know you can trust me. Aye, right. We only trust trillionaires who want to kill us. How wise. Very, very wise.